All right, so we're joined by Long Beach State men's water polo head coach Gavin Arroyo, accompanied by student athletes Gabi Acosta and Jenness, following a thrilling victory in the semifinal round of the 2025 Big West Men's Water Polo Championship. Coach Arroyo, pretty intense match out there in the pool, so if you can, please just provide us with the opening statement about that game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a crazy game. I mean, obviously, I work with Coach Ustievsky with Team USA Water Polo, so I have great respect for him and what he's done with this program. You don't know how these games are going to go, and you know, we started off a little tight, which is normal. I'm just glad that we settled in at some point. So that's kind of how I felt.
For sure.
At least at the beginning of the game.
Definitely. And then Joe, for you, phenomenal game, 14 saves in that. UCSD, they did go on a little bit of a run in the second half, but then you guys kind of found your stride again. So kind of just talk about like how you were seeing it, how you were feeding off your teammates today, and kind of just talk about like how you mentally prepared and like how you were able to execute at high level today, please.
Yeah, for sure. I think it definitely helped that we ran through scenarios all week of playing with the lead. We let them get on a run a little bit, but we controlled ourselves. I think we knew the whole time that we had control over what we could do. And I think that really helps. Like, if they go into double post, we know exactly what we're going to do. And I feel like calming it down and settling it down in the transition helped us.
For sure. Definitely. Gabi, for you, pretty crazy goal, that backhand, everything like that. We actually, let's see if we get that on SportsCenter Top 10. We added them. So kind of just talk to us about, like, take us through that play if you can, please.
I mean, yeah, I had a bad position in the center, but Corbin threw me the ball. It was nice, so I just tried to score how I can, and it was in, so that was nice.
Coach, you said before the start of the tournament that anyone can beat anybody in this conference, especially in this tournament. It's so huge. Obviously, now you're just one away from repeating as the Big West champions. How going into preparing for UC San Diego, finding out that was your matchup yesterday, just how do you feel about how your team kind of rose to the moment today?
Yeah, no, I was super proud of them. Like I said, we started off a little shaky, and then we kind of hit our rhythm, and then toward the end, it's tough to be in that situation. And we weren't perfect, obviously, handling it, but it was good enough, and the experience will hopefully keep helping us in the future as far as we can keep going, hopefully.
For Joe, early they scored a couple early quickly, and then for the majority of the first half until the last second, you guys had them pretty locked down defensively. How did you feel about kind of the ebbs and flows of that game? How your defensive performance?
I think it's all about settling in. This is my first game in a Big West tournament, so I think I just needed to settle in a little bit and trust my skills.
For Gabi, you last year 2 goals in the final against UC San Diego. This year you playing in the semis. Obviously, great performance. The backhand is a thing that everyone's going to talk about. But just throughout the game, it's huge for the team. How do you kind of rate your performance, and what kind of confidence does that give you going into tomorrow?
I mean, yes, we know that it was semifinal. It was a tough game, so I tried to prepare myself mentally 100% and try to go all out. And I started pretty bad, missing 2 shots, but then I keep working, the team keep passing me balls, so then I start scoring, so it was nice.
Coach, obviously they had that little late run, kept the lead for the majority of the second half. Obviously, towards the end, saved it off a couple goals. Stanley and Acosta, both followed up, kind of put a bow on that. What did you think about kind of how that late run closed down, and how you guys are able to save that off?
I just think it's an invaluable experience. I mean, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in sport. When you're down and you have all the momentum, and sometimes the officials get excited in the comeback. We're a comeback country, right? So we're always fighting for the underdog per se. So that's a difficult thing to navigate. So I'm super proud on our progression on doing better with those things.
Thanks so much.
For sure. And then one final question. Amazing atmosphere here today at the pool. A lot of Long Beach State fans, kind of fed off that momentum. We had a sold-out crowd today, so kind of just talk about this for everybody, how that kind of impacted your performance in the pool and, in front of everybody.
No, if you turn around behind you, we got head coaches, we got senior staff, we got everybody from Long Beach State here supporting us. Long Beach State does care about water polo more than you can possibly imagine, and we feel very, very loved. So.
All right, congratulations again, guys. Thank you.